Welcome back to episode number 21 of the DIlks Musk.
Our show can officially drink.
What? Oh,
Our
21. I want to start out by saying Mazel Tov, congrats to Bobby De Niro to having his 7th kid today.
I took a screenshot of that to remind you. Well, I don't know if it was today, but he announced it today.
Yeah, good old number 7, Bobby!
At 79.
Hey, Bobby!
Do you know who Theo Vaughn is?
Yeah, he's hilarious.
He's a comedian with the mullet.
Yeah, I know who he is.
When he was born, his dad was 70. The only picture they had of his grandpa from the 1800s is like a written description of him.
Look at Bobby doing big things.
Well, his wife's probably like in her 30s.
How old is his wife? He's had it with like 4 different women.
And Bobby D's got a little he always has a type of woman that he's with.
Correct.
And it's funny because in
Bronx Tale.
A Bronx Tale, he was so against his kid dating a black girl.
I know.
But yet he's married like 4 of them.
Good for Bobby.
Good for Bobby. You know, I heard number 7's the lucky one. That's going around the rumor mill. Well, you know what? We didn't do a top 5 of De Niro movies.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Oh, that's easy.
Goodfellas.
Casino.
Godfather. 2.
Meet the Parents.
Raging Bull.
Meet the Parents.
I had that number 4.
Oh.
Goodfellas, number 1. Number 2, or
Casino.
Taxi. I think Taxi Driver over Casino.
Are we doing personal or are we doing best?
Personal. Casino. Have you seen Taxi Driver?
Like once. Does nothing for me.
Yeah.
Is that with Miss Jodie Foster?
Where she plays like a 14-year-old prostitute?
That's Taxi. Yeah.
Well, it's
Taxi Driver. Is that the
Taxis with Jimmy Fallon?
Is that the movie where he's staring in the mirror saying, "You talking to me"?
That's Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
When he's doing that whole "you talking to me," I don't see anybody else around. And that was ad-libbed. That wasn't like in the script.
Stop.
What do you mean stop? I'm being honest. It wasn't in the script for him to do that. Scorsese is like
Scorsese.
Okay, you're saying it wrong, but anyway.
It's not Scorsese.
Yes, it is.
It's Scorsese.
Either way, I heard it both ways. So he said to De Niro, "Hey, why don't you like look in the mirror and kind of talk to yourself, you know?" So that was all him improv-ing that. That was just like the whole like in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When they see him doing it.
Yeah.
It's because DiCaprio saw Matthew McConaughey doing it off the screen. He goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "That's how I get pumped up for a scene." He goes, add it in there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so Scorsese is known for telling his actors to do some ad-libbing and not just stick to the script.
Let's do best Martin Scorsese movies.
All right, Martin Scorsese. See, go ahead. I'll say it for your little baby ears.
Goodfellas.
1, without a doubt.
Number 1.
The Departed.
Yeah.
Number 2. Is Casino number 3?
Hold on. Archie!
He also did.
Courtney's not here, so I just hear recklessness going on down there.
Where's Courtney at?
She's taking a walk.
Taking a walk with the baby?
Yeah.
I didn't think she was leaving the baby at home. I didn't think Bree was running rampant downstairs with 3 dogs.
I just power washed our driveway.
How's that going? Any leads?
Yeah, I'm doing Aunt Laurie's house tomorrow.
Yeah, if anyone who doesn't know, why don't you tell us a little about what your little side hustle is?
Well, I power wash houses, driveways, garages. Works pretty well. Stays pretty busy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
that's not like something that anyone can just go and get a power washer and do themselves if they can. A lot
And
of
a lot of people don't want to because it's more of an annoyance factor.
Yeah. Now, why did you pick power washing?
I don't know. I know how to do it pretty well. It's pretty quick and easy once you get the hang of it. I have the right equipment, like the broom and all that stuff.
The heavy,
So
you have
yeah,
the, yeah.
yeah.
And plus you're licensed and
Insured and everything.
did you go through, who did you go through to set it up? LegalZoom?
Yeah, so Courtney helped me set up. She's good with all that stuff.
Yeah, Mikey does all my setting up too.
Yeah, I'm not good at technology.
That's not that I just don't have the patience for it.
Yeah, that too.
I just don't have the
too.
patience for it. So we're doing top 5 Scorsese movies. Goodfellas number 1.
Hold on.
The Departed number 2.
Let's see.
Are you refuting my 1 and 2?
No.
Casino in the top 5.
Oh, one of my favorite movies is Martin Scorsese. And I just realized it right now when I looked it up.
What?
Plot twist? Okay, I'm gonna hit you with hints.
I already know it.
Leo.
I already know it. You didn't have to tell me Leo. I'm just blanking on the name of it. Shutter Island.
Correct. That's gotta be top 5.
I'll give it top 10. Scorsese's made a lot of movies.
Yeah, with that.
That's the only one he made that there's like a twist at the end.
Oh, Raging Bull. Oh my God, Gangs in New York. He directed Gangs in New York.
Yeah, that's why it's not in the top 5.
Cape Fear is an effed up movie.
Well, it's a remake too. The original came out in like 1963, so Cape Fear is actually a movie that he redid.
He's got so many like old movies.
I would say that Gangs in New York is number 3.
Uncut Gems is one of his.
He didn't direct that.
Yes, he did.
He directed it. I thought he just produced it. Uncut Gems was made by somebody else.
Yeah.
And he might have just produced it. So, Gangs in New York, number 3?
Yeah. You had to have Taxi Driver in there.
And Raging Bull.
No. Judy. Shutter Island's better than Raging Bull.
I don't agree with that.
It's better than one of them. It's better than Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver got him awards.
So does Shutter Island.
No, it didn't. All right, I'm going to take out Taxi Driver, but I'm not putting Shutter Island in there. I'm putting Wolf of Wall Street in there.
Did I just run wind sprints?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Shutter Island's better than Wolf of Wall Street.
No, it's not.
It's not.
And it's not even close.
Okay. Let's run through it again.
Goodfellas.
Absolutely, number 1.
The Departed.
I like Casino more than Departed.
What?
I do. I do. Casino is one of my favorite movies. But I get it. Departed.
He won his first Academy Award with Departed.
I understand. I do get it, but Casino.
Casino's great. I love watching Casino. We just watched that a few weeks ago.
It's a fantastic movie. I get it. I get why Departed's number 2 over Casino, though. I do.
Yeah, The Departed is one of those movies where you can put it on at any time and it'd be enjoyable.
Sure. Number 3, Casino.
So, what's that? No, okay. So Goodfellas, The Departed, and
Casino. I feel like you keep on kicking Casino further and further out.
Casino's number 4.
No. New Bro 3.
Why is it better than Wolf of Wall Street?
I guess it's not. Number 3 is Wolf of Wall Street. What's number 5 then? Shutter Island.
I'll give you Shutter Island.
Yes.
I'll just give it to you. It's not in my top 5, but I'll give you Shutter Island as number 5.
You have to put that in there because, like you said, it's his first time he's ever done a plot twist.
Okay. You're trying to use my words against me? Real cool.
Yeah. Let's go Steven Spiel.
My God. You know what we forgot last week with Robin Williams?
Yeah. What?
We forgot one of his best movies.
What?
Hook.
It's not. It's not past those top 5.
But still, Hook is a great movie, though.
It does move in the top 7, though.
Rufio.
Did it? Stevie Spiel.
Here we go.
Jaws. Number 1, Jaws. Number 2,
E.T.
No. Maybe E.T.'s in there. Number 2 is oh my God. I'm so mad at myself.
I've never seen any of the Indiana Jones movies, so that
Neither have I. Schindler's List.
It just didn't do anything for me.
Schindler's List.
Do you know how Spielberg got his start? He would like hide in the closet of the studio and pretend he worked there, and then eventually people like started giving him work to do because they thought he actually worked there, and that's how he got like.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we doing his top 5? Or are we doing his biography? Let's go.
I almost like it.
Jaws number 1 by far.
I'll give you Jaws.
Number 1.
I said I'll give it to you.
Okay, Schindler's List is on it.
Schindler's List has got to be on it.
Okay, we're both E.T.'s got to be on it.
E.T. is definitely on it. Did he?
Oh, J.D. Jurassic Park. Got to be on it.
Yeah.
That's got to be on it. OG Jurassic Park. We're going, right? Because we said, we said when we say Jurassic Park, we mean everything.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
Let's see here. He's produced more movies than he's actually directed.
So are we just doing the top 3 here?
I haven't seen a lot of his like.
Okay, then we'll just do Jaws, Schindler's List, E.T.
Yeah, because not like I have anything against Steven Spielberg. I just haven't watched his movies.
You've never seen Jaws?
We've talked about this.
Jay, I will shut this off right now if you've never seen Jaws. I will shut off. Okay, it's been nice.
Is it about a shark?
Dude, you see Jaws, JD. Dad and I have watched it probably 30 times this summer.
I know parts from it. I know about like the scratching of the nails because they do it in Psych. They do a little Jaws homage. Except for he was in Psych.
No, hold on.
You know how in Jaws he does the nail screech to get everybody's
Yes.
attention?
Yes, I know.
In Psych, when they're looking for a shark, there's a whole bunch of people gathered together, and Sean puts his hand on the thing and starts.
And he makes the noise himself.
Because it was a whiteboard, not a chalk.
I've never seen Psych before, so.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Why not?
Does nothing for me.
It's amazing.
Anyway, Jitty.
I got Psych right behind me.
I've probably seen Jaws, and this is not an over-exaggeration, 75 to 100
Whenever
times.
someone starts with, this is not an over-exaggeration, I immediately think this is an over-exaggeration.
Well, it's not. 75 to 100 times.
It's about as many times as I watched The Departed.
I've seen The Departed probably a dozen times. How have you not seen Jaws? Despite who?
Everybody like yourself that yells at me for never watching it.
Hold on.
How about those Sixers?
Oh, Jay, I have a great bet for tonight. Do you want to hear?
Didn't you send it to me?
Yeah, how good is it? I won $1.77 the other night.
Oh, did you? And then you used 27 for that today?
Yeah, and then I put the rest, like an adult, back into my account.
Look at you, Mr. Oh, I win my money, so I withdraw it and not spend it all again on more games. You're real fancy schmancy, aren't you?
No, that's called adulthood, I think. I think that's what that's called. And no, I didn't. I took out 120, and I used 57 on bets.
Ah, but that was the one that you sent me, was the $27 one.
Yeah, I sent you the $27 one, but I dabbled again.
You did another dab?
Yeah.
I can't believe that the line is 7.5.
Gee, how is that? How am I not gonna take that?
I mean, is Embiid playing?
Yes.
Like, how is it 7.5?
Don't I have to take that?
It feels like a trap.
I'm nervous about it, but I had to, right? Am I wrong here?
It's almost like they're saying in Vegas, they're like, well, if the Sixers lose, they're gonna get crushed.
But I don't see that happening.
Neither do I. I think it's going to be a great game. It's up in Boston, right?
Yeah, and I feel like they can. First of all, adding that half in there is glorious.
The what?
Adding that half point is glorious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because even if they lose by 7, you're still covering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a little bet you did.
I dabbled. Just a dabble.
I can't watch the games.
Why?
I don't have TNT. I don't have cable.
It's on ESPN.
It's on TNT, it said.
It was on ESPN last night, or the other night. It was on the ESPN.
Well, then something's different, because when I just
TNT.
It's on TNT 100%.
You don't have the TNT yet? Why don't you log into our that's what Courtney's mom does.
I'll have to have.
No, log into our
Yeah, I'll have to wait for Courtney to get home to log me in with the code like we did before with ESPN, remember?
No, Jenny, you can log into my. I have unlimited. You can log into my cable.
Yeah, and Courtney had to get the code.
Okay, yeah.
Username and password.
But once you log into my cable, you can scroll through all the channels that I have.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what Courtney's mom does.
I'll have to link up with Courtney to figure that out.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, I just pay for it. I have no idea what it actually does.
You're just like, here's the money and make.
I know what my TV does. I don't know what anyone else's TV does.
I've only had internet for so long. Like, I think I haven't had real cable. Because we didn't.
Why?
Did we have real cable?
Yeah.
In
I
North-
flipped, Jitty. I flipped through channels. I had to flip.
Yeah, I'm not a flipper.
Ask Courtney, because I think it's like 280 channels, Jitty.
I'll definitely have to get signed in then.
Yeah, it's all the sports channels. It's all the you get our local news though.
We get your local news too on Peacock.
Yeah, so it's real deal.
I hope a bat doesn't fly in this window open.
I'm sorry, sir. Are you worried about a bat flying in to your home?
We've had the same bat 4 different times in our apartment.
Why?
He keeps coming back.
A bat?
Yeah. And they're blind as shit during the day, so all they do is run into things and scare everybody.
What do you got, Dracula up there?
There's bats all over this town. There's bats and cats is the name of this town. Should be.
Or cats and bats.
Or cats and bats.
Whatever floats your boat, you know what I mean?
Have you ever watched Scrubs?
Yeah.
That's a good show.
That's a funny show. The janitor is my favorite in that show. He's hilarious.
And he was hilarious too on The Middle.
The Middle, he's great. Mom loved that show when it was on.
Yeah. Yeah, he was great in that. Yeah, the janitor. The whole joke is that nobody can actually see the janitor except for JD on Scrubs. And that's why he's always yelling at JD.
Oh, really?
Not that we have the same name or anything, no big deal. Have you ever seen a Jennifer Lopez movie?
Yes.
Which one?
The Wedding Planner, Selena.
Oh, Selena. Selena's a good one. I never saw The Wedding Planner.
With Matthew McConaughey.
Hey.
There's another movie. Courtney likes all those movies, so I just sit there and watch it with her.
Matthew McConaughey, he tells this great story.
Did you hear me?
I heard you. What?
Hold on.
You keep cutting me off.
No, I'm not. What about the movie Enough?
I've had enough.
Made in Manhattan?
Never saw it.
Jersey Girl with Ben Affleck?
Oh, I did see that. She wasn't in that.
She's the main character. She's the girl. She is the Jersey Girl.
What am I thinking of then?
I don't know, but in Jersey Girl,
with Natalie Portman and JD from Scrubs.
Hey, that's called Garden State.
Garden State. See, I knew it was something to do with Jersey.
Yeah.
So no, I haven't seen Jersey Girl with her and Ben Affleck. Are they still together?
I don't know. She bounces around the same 3 people. How am I supposed to know?
Well, I thought you had like her information.
Let me call her up real fast.
Call her on the pod?
That would get us some views. That will get her some views.
I've always known Jennifer Lopez as like one of the fly girls. In Living Color.
I never seen that show.
You never watch it?
I have.
With
Jim Carrey and
Well, Jim, you just named the only white person in the cast.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy was not in In Living Color. It was all the Wayans brothers.
Oh yeah, they're hilarious.
And like Alan Greer or whatever his name is, he's really funny too.
How do we get some famous people on this podcast?
We're not.
What if we did?
I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down right now. I've already tried getting famous people on my other podcast. I was this close to getting a Baldwin on my other podcast.
Can I try to work on getting a famous person on this show?
Sure, hop in their DMs.
Yo, what up? My brother and I, DIlks Musk. That's all I'll say. And they'll be like, intrigued.
Yeah, that's exactly what they'll say is intrigued. You know what we didn't do was Tim Burton movies.
Who's that?
Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands.
I don't like those movies.
Batman.
He doesn't do Batman.
Yes, he did. He did the Batman with Michael Keaton.
Who did the Batman with Heath?
I don't know. Oh, I do know. I'm just blanking on his name. Those three.
Let's do George Lucas.
I have no.
Titanic.
George Lucas wasn't Titanic.
Who was Titanic?
James Cameron.
Let's do James Cameron.
Okay. Terminator 2.
Titanic.
Terminator 1.
Aviator.
Aviator was
not Aviator. Hold on, did it?
Daisy.
What's the movie where they're blue?
Avatar.
Yeah. I didn't like it, but we're talking box office.
Oh, if we're talking box office, and James Cameron, he's like between Titanic and both Avatar movies, he's made billions and billions of dollars.
Do you think he's personally made that much money?
He has probably made $1 billion.
What's he do with that money?
Makes more movies.
You think we get him on this podcast?
Yeah, I'll get definitely. He's an easy one.
Cool. We should start bringing guests on.
Like who?
I don't know.
I've had a show where all I did was have guests on.
That seems like a lot of work.
It was a lot of work.
I'm not ready for that commitment yet. Let's get up to like 30 eps.
Before we try having guests on?
Before we start trying to get eps on. Or guests on.
Well, we already had one guest on, Jessica.
We had Jess on. You want to try to get Dad next week?
Yeah. Oh, no, that carpenter bee is eyeing up the studio.
Jay, what about the bees in my backyard?
The bees in your backyard are serving a purpose. Are you getting rid of them?
Yeah, so we have a beekeeper coming here, and he's gonna take them away, the right way.
Does he charge a lot?
Free.
For free? That must be like hitting the gold mine for a beekeeper.
Well, JD, the honeycomb, like the beehive, is 6 feet tall.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Have you ever seen that TikTok? Jesus Christ.
No.
Anyway, he put his ear in the barn in my backyard. He put his ear against the drywall. It was vibrating and humming. The drywall was. He says he has to go in there, and then how it works is he starts breaking off the honeycomb and puts it into like a safe box or like boxes, and then finds the queen. And then they track into the same area, and then he smokes them all out. And then they just like fly into where the queen is.
That's crazy. Imagine being a queen bee and just getting all that kind of royalty.
Well, that's the only bee that like pops out babies.
You got plenty of them.
We have about 3. He said if he could estimate it, it's 3,000 to 4,000 honeybees.
Are they all sticking around the barn though?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. The one side of the barn is like moving. There's so many on it.
Like it's gonna cause structural damage when you move that.
And we can't even send the dogs out there because Archie is just dumb as bricks and he tries attacking the bees. And Gus is just barking at it. Belle's the only smart one that stays at a distance.
Well, they wouldn't hurt the dogs anyway, but
they would sting them.
Would they sting them?
Yeah.
I didn't know they sting.
Yeah. Honeybees sting, yes.
That makes Steve-O even more impressive. The fact that Steve-O in Jackass 4 had the queen bee underneath his shaft,
Oh my
and
God.
and then they let him go, and they were all swarming around him. He was like flopping.
Well, they won't sting unless they're like messed with.
Oh, okay, I see.
And,
So
yeah. The only bees that don't.
they do it as a defense mechanism.
Yeah. The only bee that's why they smoke them out. So they're like just to buy with, like when you smoke.
No, because the friggin'
Carpenter bees bite.
Guess what? I haven't seen any of them in a week. You know why? They found out I got a hand and I know how to use it. I've been taking that fly swatter out with me when I smoke a cigarette, and I probably killed about a dozen of them. And now they all like buzz around like 12 feet from me. They won't even get close to me anymore. They used to get right in my face.
So
And
they're so condescending.
I would blow smoke at them, and they would stand there and take it. They didn't give a shit.
Carpenter bees are the most condescending bees I've ever dealt with. They think they run the space.
Did I tell you I woke up with one in our bedroom the other day?
Oh my God, they're the worst. I had Bria's like Tonka toy baseball bat, the wiffle ball bat with the barrel like this, and I was like, ting, ting.
You have carpenter bees too?
JD, we have about 1,000 around our house. We have an old Victorian, so it's all wood frame around the roof line. Swarming. It's like a bee natural habitat in my backyard right now.
Hey, Scuba, are you upset that I'm in your chair? My work chair is covered in cat hair. And it's Scuba always coming up here and sitting on my... Right now, she's in here somewhere. I don't know where she was.
So, yesterday, went to Tractor Supply with Bria and Courtney.
First time going to Tractor Supply?
Not my first time, but...
Why don't you go ahead and tell the audience how you walked out of that Tractor Supply?
Well, they sell chicks, like chickens. And we bought 13 of them. Because the problem is, so there was 13 left throughout the whole entire place. What kind of jerk would I be just to buy 6 and leave the 7 behind? So I said, empty the barrel. Bringing home 13 of them.
Did you get all the stuff for the chicken coop?
Yeah, we bought all that stuff, which did not expect on spending $300 at Tractor Supply yesterday, but it happened. But free eggs. I don't even like eggs, but Mom and Dad and Jesta and our neighbors. So
You can start paying people in eggs?
Yeah.
Like a barter system? You have so many.
The water bill. Okay, here's 2 dozen. Is that good?
Is this going to cover my light bill?
And now I think Courtney wants to buy ducks. So
Do you even have a lake?
No, but I'm just going to get. I already looked it up. I'm just going to get a little. There's little 6 foot. There's 6 foot long pools that they're like 8 inches tall, and I'm just going to put that in the chicken coop and fill it up with water. Swim around.
You trying to have a farm over there? 3 dogs. How many cats?
There's 6 cats around the barn.
So 3 dogs, 6 cats, 13 chickens, and now you're going to introduce ducks into the equation.
The cats aren't ours. The cats just protect the. But they are like feral cats. But they live underneath my barn, so I guess they're technically barn cats.
They keep the mice at bay.
Yeah, we didn't have one mouse the entire winter.
Yeah, I'm not even surprised by that. That's how they... It's almost bad to overfeed them.
Yeah, I would only put probably a scoop of food every like 2 days out there, and I would always fill their water.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that they're
drinking clean water.
Yeah.
I do the same thing with my outside cat. I got him so close to playing with me the other day. If that cat gets too cold, are you bringing him in? Yeah.
Kitty.
I need a cat to love me. The other two don't.
So you're gonna introduce something like Wild Kingdom in your house. You're gonna introduce a feral cat to two other feral cats.
I'm gonna take them to get snipped and neutered and the whole nine, the shots, and get them all.
Declawed?
No, you don't declaw a cat.
You can.
You shouldn't.
Because if it escapes, it won't survive.
Yeah.
So
it's a defense mechanism. You don't want to like.
You're gonna have 3 cats.
If that one warms up to me more, yes. He hasn't like done that thing where they do the letter 8 underneath your legs. You know what I mean? Where they squirm through your legs.
You're just gonna open the door and send him on in?
I've opened the door while he was eating food right outside of it, and he just looks up at me like, "Can I come in now?"
Did it?
I'm keeping that cat.
How do you want him?
Malnourished. He looks like Scuba a little bit, but he's definitely not eating. And the only time he eats is definitely with me because he's so skinny.
So
I feed him once a day.
I can appreciate it. At least he gets a meal a day. Good job on that.
And I give him toys to play with. He has a scratch pad out there that he uses way more than our cats ever used.
Okay, calm down. Now I feel like you're being vindictive against your 2 cats that you own.
They don't come near me. They're assholes.
And this other one's gonna be nice.
I'm only gonna keep it if it warms up to me.
Courtney was very excited about the Voracek jersey.
Oh yeah, I have that sitting right next to Jessica's gift bag for the baby shower.
When are you coming down? Saturday?
Or Sunday, I'm not sure yet.
Cool.
It depends on what time Mikey's kids are coming or when they're coming, Saturday or Sunday, and I can figure it out from there.
Gotcha. Well, if you come Saturday, you can help us put together the chicken coop a little better.
I am so swamped.
You just said you weren't swamped.
Well, I mean, I am if it includes doing that. I'm swamped.
You don't want no eggies?
No, I'm good on eggies. No, I'm going to stop and see Jessica's new house.
It's nice. They did a lot, and it looks really nice.
And then Mom and Dad's.
Jessica's baby's coming next month.
When does she do? June 29th?
27th.
27th? I know.
Next month, I know.
Month and a half away. She's getting there. I think she goes out on maternity leave mid-June.
June 5th.
Nice.
She's out for 6 months.
Good for her.
She doesn't come back until November.
That's awesome.
I know.
Because it gives her plenty of time to bond with the baby.
Yeah.
Baby boy or baby girl, Polidoro.
Polidoro. Wow. Polidoro.
I missaid it. Is there guesses whether do you think it's gonna be a boy or a girl?
Courtney thinks girl. I think they're gonna have a Tino.
Little Tino run around?
Yeah. What do you think?
I could see that. I was thinking boy too. I think Jessica even thinks it's a boy.
I know, but
is she carrying different?
JD,
I don't see her. I don't know these things.
But I don't know the difference between.
I think one is like.
So she's only carrying in the front.
Well, I didn't think she was carrying it out back.
So it's not like she's carrying like on her sides.
Not the hunchback in Notre Dame. Baby girl on her back. She would have to shit it out.
She thinks it's a boy too.
Oh, speaking of that, I was watching City Slickers last night.
Great movie.
Billy Chris. And when he helps deliver that calf. He's like, I think I lost my watch.
What's his name? It's hilarious. He's my favorite character in
Daniel
that.
Stern.
Yeah. Let's do Daniel Stern movies.
Okay. Home Alone.
Cadillac.
Never heard of it. You're looking at me like you're surprised by that.
It's an old movie. Not surprised. You don't really know movies.
Diner.
That's a great movie.
Damn. The guy that directed and wrote Diner is the same guy that wrote and directed Rain Man. And also the same guy that directed Sleepers.
Diner's such a great movie.
That was his first movie that he did was Diner. It takes place in the 50s?
Yeah, in upstate New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember where it takes place at. I just knew it took place somewhere.
Home Alone's, obviously.
What else was he great in?
The camping movie where he takes that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Not Deep Impact. IMDb work with me here. City Slickers, obviously. The Wonder Years, he was the voice.
Jitty, Rookie of the Year.
Oh, Rookie of the Year is great.
Bushwhacked.
That's the movie you were thinking of when he goes to the campers.
Jay, he's so funny in that movie.
Yeah. And Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year.
He always had like the big wad of gum in his mouth.
And he gets stuck between the two doors. Oh God, that's hilarious. So when Courtney gets back from her walk, do you want me to have her give you a call about the login?
Yeah, I'll need that login info post-haste.
Post-haste. Do you even know what that's from?
Nope. What?
What?
I probably stole it from something.
Band of Brothers.
It's not from Band of Brothers. They didn't create post-date. No, I can't say it.
Post-haste.
Is that
Post-haste.
Is that like after you tasted something?
No, it's like on the double.
You're on the double.
Wow.
Double team.
What? The fuck?
You know, I've never seen any of the Star Wars movies.
I know you're trying to get me like riled up, but I have only seen the one Star Wars movie. But can you call Dad? Give Dad a call. Our father.
Oh, that one?
That guy.
Hey, I'm driving on 295. I'll call you back below.
All right, be careful. See ya.
He's listening to WIP.
He's driving back from work.
Dad is so sports knowledgeable right now because all he does is drive to work and drive back. Just listen to WIP the entire time. He knows all of Embiid's stats. Dude, he knows like everything.
He knows more than I do.
Dude, they better win tonight because I don't want to go back to Boston Game 7. I don't want that.
You don't want that. And plus, we have a lot of friends that are Celtics fans.
Yes, yes.
Massachusetts.
If they could win tonight, I don't think that they're losing in Philly on Thursday.
I would agree with that.
But if they lose tonight,
and it's going to be tough. I mean, yeah, they can win in Philly, but going back to the Garden in 7.
I don't know.
With Embiid's health the way it is.
We need to do because the other matches are so back and forth and you never know.
Yeah.
They'll probably go Game 7. We need to win tonight and win Thursday to give Embiid another week off.
Yeah, he needs time. He gets hurt so easily because he's 7', 2?
Like 260 pounds. I mean,
Yeah,
every time he jumps, think of the force.
he's at my goal weight. I just need to gain an extra like 15 inches.
Ah! Oh god.
If I could just gain 15 inches, I'm right where I need to be.
Yeah, stretch it on out.
Remember when Peter did that? When he was
Yeah.
super tall? He was wearing,
Ah! God, dude, I just watched. I forgot how much this episode cracks me up. But when Courtney's away, I watch Family Guy because Courtney hates Family Guy. But it was the episode where Peter gets sick and he gets like that cold, and Lois thinks he's like the greatest thing ever with that cold, and he's like, "Hello."
Yeah,
And then he tries getting sicker and sicker, and all of a sudden he's like, just drops.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's a good one. I haven't watched Family Guy in a little bit. Not for not liking it, just that I've been
watching American Dad a lot.
How's that going for you?
It's pretty funny.
It's still Bob's Burgers is still the go-to.
Yeah, it's number one. By far number one. Bria loves it. Courtney.
The Simpsons on Disney Plus.
Courtney hates The Simpsons.
Really?
Courtney doesn't like The Office.
Why not?
I don't know. It's ridiculous.
You didn't ask why?
Well, she says she just doesn't find it funny. I'm like, oh, I guess you just don't know good TV. Instead, she watches these shows and makes me watch them with her.
The reality shows?
Yeah.
You watch American Idol?
No. I honestly don't.
Oh, that's where you draw the line?
That's where I draw the line.
You watch My 700-Pound Life?
It's 600, but
they're teetering. If you're 600, you're teetering on 700 easy.
Today, I was so impressed the other day watching that show. Wasn't impressed in like, wow, look how much weight they lost. I was impressed the amount of food that they ate prior to losing. This lady, I'm sitting back and I'm like, oh God. She ate 2 large Domino's pizzas. Hold on, JD, it gets so much worse. It gets so much worse before it gets better.
In one sitting, right?
One sitting. It was amazing to watch. 20 wings. A cheesy bread. It gets so much worse, JD. Then she was bringing that home. She was like this, oh, I haven't had KFC in a while. She pulled over. She got a family-size bucket of KFC. Family-size bucket, only thighs. That's where she draws the line. Hold on. Jay, it was mashed potatoes, the whole thing. And then one of those round cakes, the chocolate chip cakes. Hold on.
It makes you never want to eat again.
Then she had the audacity to order a Diet Coke. I was like this, ma'am.
I can't imagine ordering that much food and only getting one drink. I'd be like, I'm feeding the troops.
And the thing that's wild to me is they all cried like they don't have money and they're like poor and stuff like that, which is terrible. But you're spending
ridiculous amounts of money on food.
Yeah.
That Domino's order sounds like an $80 order.
Jay, and this is like she made breakfast, and I'm like, okay, maybe she can do this herself. She starts cracking eggs.
Do they lose weight on these shows, or they just?
Yes. This is the beginning.
Okay.
This is pre-surgery, so I can laugh about it. Look at me. I mean, I can laugh. So they start cracking eggs. We went back because we wanted to count. It got up to a baker's dozen. It's 13. Because she wanted to run. She was like this, well, I had to finish the dozen now. Man, you started with a dozen. You started with the dozen of eggs. And she ate that with a whole entire
like I'm gonna be
thing of cheese.
I would not be able to watch this show without throwing up.
Courtney tells me to turn it off constantly. You know how you like the shredded cheese, you like crack it open and it's resealable? She just went like this, Jimmy, into the scrambled. You ready? And all the cheese fell in. Then she started mixing. That's not even the worst part, Jimmy.
When I get sick, go on.
She fried up an entire thing of bacon. This girl.
How big was she?
She was a whopping 7'2", 4.
Wow, what a hole.
She lost like 350 though.
On her own or through the weight loss?
No, the surgery.
Now, does everybody that go on that show do the surgery?
Some are not successful because they just can't fight the urge. Kitty.
I get it. I'm sober, and I once had a lot of vices.
Well, this is their addiction.
I know, that's what I mean. Like, I've had my vices too, but
yeah,
like, yeah, I'm a big dude, but me eating food was never my vice.
Yeah, I mean, this is their addiction. They have to see, prior to surgery, they had to see psychiatrists. They have to go through mental counseling, all this other stuff prior to surgery, just so the doctors know that they're going to have the mental capacity to be able to like lose weight after surgery.
And keep off.
Because if they start eating with their staples in their stomach, the acid would like. It's a whole thing. The staples.
I can never watch that show. Or the 1,000-Pound Sisters.
Okay, 1,000-Pound Sisters. Tammy and Amy are the shit. So why don't you pump the brakes? Okay.
Are they both 1,000 pounds or are they 500?
Not anymore. Well,
did they start out at 500 pounds each? Or
no. Tammy was like 650 and Amy was 4-piece chicken.
So they were 1,000 combined.
Yeah.
But still, you combine me and you, we're not at 1,000.
I would hope not. It's a lot. We could be 1,000-pound.
Do you want to go on it? Have them monitor your eating?
No. No one puts baby in the corner.
I just don't understand. How do you do basic things like wipe your ass if you're that big?
I don't think you do. Well, no, GD. All these people are usually married, and their significant other wipes and bathes them, and
do they have to get a special tub, like how when you catch a shark, you need to put a shark into a special?
Some of the people, I shit you not, Jay, just sit on the toilet and pull the hose thing down, just spray themselves. It's.
Oh my God.
Watch the show.
No, I would vomit the entire time.
The other person's addiction were sweets. I had to turn this one off because it got unnecessary. And think of Elf, the movie Elf. How he's pouring like the chocolate syrup on and she had like a whole cake, and she had in between bites of the cake, which she took down a whole cake, like birthday cake. She was handing peanut M&Ms, just shoveling,
just chasing it with cake.
And then her doctor said, she's like, well, I drink milk all day long. He's like, but you're drinking it with the whole entire cake. And like, she took down in one sitting, she took down like a pack of Oreos and a pack of Chips Ahoy in one sitting.
That's crazy. I mean, I could probably.
I could polish off some sleeves.
Yeah, but not an entire case of them.
No, I would get annoyed of them.
Yeah, I couldn't. I can't imagine being able to drink or not drink them, eat that much. But I guess it is their addiction. Just like I was doing massive amount of pills that nobody could do. You know what I mean? If you ever tried taking the amount of pills I took, you would die or pass out.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But no, my point is.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at them doing it is the same thing. It's basically you're watching intervention for plus size people.
Yeah.
That's what you're watching.
Have you ever seen the show Intervention?
Yeah. What am I? I'm a drug addict. Of course I've seen Intervention.
Are those real?
Yeah. People do interventions all the time. John Mulaney and his new
No. In the show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in the show they're real. Interventions happen all the time. That's what I was saying. John Mulaney has a new stand-up special out called Baby J, and it's on Netflix, and it's hilarious. And he talks about how he walked into his intervention 2 hours late. They just sit around and wait for him to show up for 2 hours.
That's funny.
He thought he was going to like some birthday party, and he could just show up late to it. But
all right, well, it's 6:15.
Yeah, I gotta end it here.
Let's go Sixers.
Let's go Sixers.
All right.
See ya.
See ya.